Hello, good evening, people, or good afternoon. I hope this thing is showing properly. Okay, it's been a while that I came here online on this YouTube. Hmm. Today is holiday, so I had one meeting I was supposed to do, but I just saw that they changed it. Uh-huh. So there's this argument going on about everywhere. Hey, men want this, women want this, women are leaving their husbands, divorcing their husbands. Blah 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 blah. Some men they para. You see the arguments going on everywhere. I don't know. My daughter matched on my glasses. So you see the arguments going on everywhere. This and that, blah blah. Women don't. So in fact, somebody sent me a video just now and said, I think an older man, made a video and said, um, men, men love. This is my eyeglasses. Kilo day. Men love. Men love. Women don't love. I don't know what he means by that. Men, men are the ones. Maybe men are the genuine people in a relationship. Women are just there for what they'll benefit. I said, okay, it depends on individuals anyway. So when he started talking about, oh, if you do anyhow, if you cheat, you leave my house, you go back to papa house. You he's the one carrying the problem in his wife's family and all that. I said, okay, these are the kind of those men that are older, they are much old, then they go to their village, look for one small girl, marry, and be carrying. Why won't they? Would of course they're going to marry you because of what they will gain from you, you know. So if you marry your your status, your level in every type of in age wise, in education, in family background, in economic status, you won't be the one carrying her family problem. You could help, like if the parents are doing something, um if the parents are doing something, you could help them, but not that you be the one to build house for them, you be the one to train the siblings in school and all those kind of things. If anything happens, they will start calling you, you'll be the one to and the woman is not working. If the woman is earning her salary and giving you her salary, the onus is on you. Like, it's only proper that you, from that money that you people are combining together, you help her family, because that's what she would have done if she was maintaining her own finances, right? But now she's earning her salary and giving it to you, so you can't even claim that, oh, it's what you worked and maybe the woman is not contributing. If you people are combining your income, then it's also okay. But for you to say, oh, that a lot of things are disturbing his head because he's the one carrying the wife's family problem. Why are you carrying their family problem? If they change their daughter in school, their daughter supposed to help them out when they have issues, right? Because I used to have a friend that used to say that if your parents, after training you, no matter how rich they are, you can't even help them out when they are having some challenges. Isn't it better they would have used that their money to buy pepper soup, to buy pepper soup and eat, or just invest their money? Because training people in school is not a child's place. It costs money, right? So it's not out of place for you to say, I want to help my parents or help my family members if there's any issue. So far, you are now working, right? So it's not a bad thing. It's not out of place to do that. So I'm here to discuss the issue of the topic. My topic today is saying marriage is not hard. Marriage is not hard now. True, marriage is not hard. Marriage is not hard though. Just that people don't choose right. I think that's where the challenge is. People don't choose right. People don't choose right. Let me see whether this thing. Let me see how this thing is showing. Let me watch how this thing is showing. Um. Let me watch how this thing is showing. Um. Let me watch how this thing is showing. Um. Let me watch how this thing is showing. Um. Let me watch how this thing is showing. Um. Let me watch how this thing is showing. Okay, I think it's showing properly. Okay, I think it's showing properly. Okay, I think it's showing properly. So, so, so let's go back. So the argument has been everywhere. Everyone is, oh, um, um, people are having challenges. Really, people are having challenges, different kind of challenges, and I feel a lot of our African men now are just catching the memo. They're just catching the memo because if if in their previous world they grew up seeing their father, some of their fathers living irresponsible lives, I'm sorry to say, they expect the same thing, and probably their mother didn't have any choice than to just bear it and suffer in silence, and sometimes revolt at old age. Oh. Some of these women that endure those kind of bullshit, they revolt at old age. You see them when they are old, they start showing those men shege, real shege. So if they see that happen and they were hoping to continue that lifestyle, to go and marry somebody else's daughter and continue to misbehave, and the woman will just endure it and keep enduring it. No, it's not going to work. They're going to be disappointed. I'm sorry, they're going to be disappointed. So that's why the topic of this life is marriage is not hard. You are the one that didn't choose right. Now you know choose. Let me use pigeon. Now you know choose right. Marriage is not hard. If the two people are there to encourage themselves, help themselves, be complement themselves. The two others complement themselves. Please, if you're here, you can add your comments and add your own view um about what we're talking about. So I'm of the opinion that marriage is not hard. Marriage is not hard. Just choose right. Just choose right. Choose according to values. Sometimes that's why now people, especially people in my community, they go and do BPL. Men are looking for just the physical appearance. Physical appearance is good, but don't let it be an over bloated ambition. You must marry somebody with big ikebe, big front. Everything. You need to balance your appetite. You need to balance your desires, the person's values. What is this person's head? There's an adage, there's a enormous in a saying. I think it's every country that have that saying that if Let me remove these glasses. If sorry, if um if you have if you are beautiful but you're not intelligent at all, I'm paraphrasing now, I don't know exactly how they say that. It's your private parts that will suffer it, right? So if you are so beautiful, you're like you go and do all the these days you can package, you can go and remold yourself. I was watching I was watching one video by one guy from my country, Nigeria. They call him Bob Risky. I saw that he was showing his cleavage. The guy has gone to develop breast. The guy has gone to ask his doctors to mold and put breast in. Like I saw, like you can see it. Initially, we are thinking this guy used to wear, maybe he wears, something like an addition, like a pad or something, or like a silicone. But he showed his cleavage, like he was wearing strapless. Uh, because these days you can either take hormones, do surgeries, do all kinds of things. So he did his lip filling, his whatever, a lot of things he did. Like for me, now my face has been like this since when I was born. I don't have any changes. So imagine somebody that enhance themselves to what you are seeing now. You go and jump in Chawe. You didn't look at um the person's past life. You're going to start, you're living a fake, the person you started with the fakeness. The person is fake. You too, you are going to jump inside something that is not real because your desires are not intrinsic. You don't have you don't have there's no intrinsic value that is inside, is embedded, that is lasting in whatever you're desiring. Not that people will not change. Yeah, everybody even gets old. People get old, and people get old and scruffy. Will you say scruffy and wine out, pine out, shrink. Every whatever beauty you're seeing is going to diminish. I'm not going to look like this when I'm 90 something. Though, if you see a 90 something year old that was also beautiful when in their prime, you'll see know that this one is beautiful. So it's actually the connection you have, with whoever you're dealing with, that should be paramount. Not this don't has big ikebe, big nyash, big bum bum. You know those big bum bum self can, like, it cannot even be a problem at old age. I don't see all those other races like the Caucasians. I don't see them going to do ikebe. It's always our community and some even the South Americans that even do in Brazil. I have a lot of Brazilian friends here that they go and do those. The people that even instituted it, they're just normal. Like, I don't know, people don't get scared. It's like it's so great if that is what you want, or maybe your man. That is, it should be what you want, not even what your man wants. Because what if tomorrow your man still, if he does not what you want, and you go and do it, so that your man will like it, and at the end of the day, he doesn't like it, you're the one that will suffer the consequences. You're the one that will suffer the consequences, because I believe there are, for anything you add to your body, I believe there are side effects. I believe um there are, let me say, consequences later on in life. Like, even the medications we take, sometimes they tell you these medications, they tell you the side effects, but they tell you that, okay, the advantages outshadow or outshine or outnumber, or is it's the advantages will be, yeah, will is what it is what's doing. Let me put it that way. That's why they now give you the medication, but it's going to damage this, but because of what you're going to gain, if you don't take that, probably you will die, or something is going to damage your body. So, not to talk of surgery, they go under the knife, cut your skin, come and attach something. Omo, I doff my heart for them. I can't do that. On whatever circumstances. So far, it's not something that would enhance my productivity, give me longer life or healthier life. I'm not going to do it. I'm sorry. I'm not going to do it. Look at Michael Jackson. After all the um, plastic surgery and everything, he was still not um, his self-esteem was still damaged. So it boils down to your self-esteem. Do you have a healthy self-esteem? If you have a healthy self-esteem, You shouldn't be going to change your body type, change who you are physically just to be attractive or feel confident. If you have confidence in yourself, not no matter how you look. What if tomorrow you have an accident and something happens? There's this woman, this lady in the US now. She's an Igbo girl. I think it's Fechi or Kechi or Kachi, somebody like that. She's one of the survivors of that Sosoliso air crash that took I think it's the one that took Pastor Bimbo. So she has done, luckily for her, family is rich. She has done a lot of plastic surgeries to change herself and all that. Because she was really burnt. When somebody is burnt, you can see the damage. She was too much. And the way she's still looking now, you can like she's still disfigured somehow. But she still does her video. She's even some people that understand life. Still give her some PR um um some PR projects. Like she does some videos for people and advertise their products for them, right? So it's not all about it's all about your confidence and what you have inside of you. If all you have is to come and show your cleavage, to show your cleavage, are you selling your cleavage? How many people will you sell your cleavage to? Sell your cleavage and people, well, it depends on what you're selling for. But for me and anyone that is connected to me, I don't want us to be the ones to be those kind of people that just it's only what we our outside appearance that make us confident, all right? So be who you are. Sometimes know the dresses to put on, the one that would complement you and complement your figure. Like if you know your tummy is big and you've done everything, exercise and everything you can do is still big or something, you wear flowing gowns. Don't go and wear corset. You don't go and wear corset and be dragging yourself in it. So at that point, you look horrible in it. All right. So sometimes people go and wear, oh, this person, my people will say, "Mommy sat with Alibat." Barb my head the way you barb my neighbor's head. My neighbor's name is Albert. So barb my head the way you barb Albert's hair. But you don't know if your head shape is the same, right? Let me say somebody that has the back of their hair went inside. Instead of you to leave hair on that side to cover the back that is short. You guys, okay, cut that place because our bat that has a round hair, did something they call punk those days. If you want to go and do. So now back to our topic. What are we talking about? Is marriage hard? Marriage is not hard. You just didn't choose well. What were your what were your thoughts? What were you thinking when you were choosing the person you want to marry? Is it the way they dress? Especially for women. If you go and people that maybe didn't catch the drift on time in their life, made that mistake of looking for outward appearance. You can look for not that the person is going to be ugly or something, right? But if you just go and choose based on, oh, this person is always nchake, what my people call nchake in Igbo language. This person is always bling bling, wearing all the blinks and all that, and the person can't even manage their anger. When they're angry like this, they throw tantrums. They can get violent. You don't even care. I mean, oh, you're playing with your life, of course, right? So at that point, you're playing with your life. So that's why I'm here. Like the thing it's been sound like my phone is blazing. Sometimes I get 30 chats here, 25. I even told one of the person that sent me this, come to my YouTube channel, let's discuss. Oh, it's always like a fight now. So because people, especially women, are becoming empowered, right? Becoming empowered, becoming enlightened, becoming free. There's that freedom now for women. In fact, in the US, I heard in the 1960s, I think women couldn't even vote. It was that bad. They couldn't even vote. And they couldn't open bank accounts without their spouses approving of it. There are a lot of restrictions women had. So, of course, he kept them at one spot. So now that women are free to invest, to buy their houses, to do anything they want to do, right, by themselves, you don't expect the same. Not that you won't respect your spouse. Of course, you're going to respect your spouse. If you want peace in your life, You need to do everything to make sure that there's a good relationship. Like when you go out to come back home, you should have peace in that home, right? You should have peace in that home. So that's what I'm saying, that before now, a lot of before now in most cultures, even the people that say that we are maybe civilized for a long time, right? Women were really put in a box. Um, they were not alive to thrive, right? But it's not like that in 2025. So some men took advantage of that and suppressed the women in their lives further, suppress their children, their daughters, suppress their wives, suppress their sisters. So that's why even these days you can see somebody that maybe it's not even doesn't even have any authority over you. It's not your father, it's not your husband. At least now, even in the Bible, right? Your father and your husband have some authority over you. You're supposed to submit to them. You're supposed to obey. You're supposed to give them some form of respect. But you see some men that they are not even your father. They are not your husband. They feel this one is a woman. It's time to suppress her. They have not contributed anything to your life. They have not done anything for you in life, but they want to form opinion. They want to decide what happens in your life just because you're a woman. And you think the person will not be disappointed. Of course, you're going to defend yourself. You're going to defend yourself and do whatever you need to do to defend yourself. You're not even my husband. You're not my father. So who are you? You didn't pay my school. There's no connection. You didn't pay my school fees. You didn't you're not the one that raised me. You're not my dad. You're not my husband. Who are you to determine what that? Just go far away from me, right? So, and especially if you're not even encouraging me, you're not there to build me up. You're there, you want to destroy me, you want to bring me down. It's not going to work. I'm not going to take it from you because who are you? So I think those are the people that are having problem. They have that cultural belief, oh, women are supposed to be down, women are supposed to be so submissive. To who? Submissive, even the Bible said submissive to your own husbands. And in the Old Testament, it said, your father has some authority over you. We're supposed to be subject to our parents. Like my mother is very old now, but I still consider her when I take decisions. She doesn't tell me impose what I need to do. She's even very respectful of my decisions and all that. But I still consider her, if I know that what I'm going to do is going to affect her negatively, I won't do it, because this is a woman that brought me to life, and this is a woman that paid my school fees. My father is late, so two people paid my school fees. My father is late, then my mother is there. So I need to consider her, right? I need to make sure that her last days she enjoyed herself. It's my duty in life to do that, right? In as much as she's a woman. If I'm saying something, sometimes, in fact, there's even one of my aunties safe that if she wants to get angry, because she's really close to my mom. If my mother if she wants to get angry, my mother tells her, no, stop. She stops. My mother is not feeding her. She's even the one that gives my mother money, right? But she stops because of this woman. Because of, like, you have people that you look up to and say, because of this person, I'm not going to do this, right? Just the same way too. Your husband, if I'm going to take a decision, I consult my husband. What do you think about this thing? Right? We'll reach a compromise. We'll discuss about it. But not that, like, before I eat what I want to eat, oh, my husband he's not gonna allow this. That's what they did in those days, right? Women really suffered a lot. So if you're a man, you still have that mindset of, this is a woman, this is a woman. In fact, people that have that mindset, they want to do it to every woman they see, even people that they don't have any connection with. They want to just suppress. You're going to have issues. You're going to have issues if you want to suppress any woman you see around on the street, or maybe people that maybe they are related to you, maybe they are your sisters or anybody. Just feel you can suppress them anyhow you want, or decide their fate in life. Or some people even go and try to, say, oh, this one is not obedient to you, as by the decision you are taking. Is it going to favor me? This is democracy now. So if you're that kind of man, definitely you'll be having issues. You'll be having issues with relationship. In fact, there's this man now on Facebook. I think he has married 7 times. He has married 7 times, but he still feels nothing is wrong with him. So maybe he still has that mindset of, you know, I can do anything I want. I'm not answerable to anybody. There's even one Facebook post I also saw. The man was just screaming on top of his voice. I think it was a Facebook live, screaming on top of his voice. Eh, I can do I can do whatever I want. I can cheat on my wife. I can go and marry three wives. My wife does not have a opinion about it. If she has an opinion about it, she can leave my house to her father's house. Whenever you see a man talking about leave my house to your father's house, know that he has gone to marry one kwekwe. Well, because these days people don't. If something happens and your marriage breaks up, you don't go back to your father's house. You go and either rent your space or like go to your own. Everybody goes to their own houses, right? So he was just screaming on top of his voice. I said, this one is just your lung will just you just go and break your lungs for nothing. You know the kind of woman you're dealing with. God, that he can do whatever he wants. So he's not answerable to anybody. Now, when he gets old and mess up his life, he will now feel, oh, my children, my woman, my baby man does not allow my children to come close to me. Meanwhile, it's those women that saw you were messing around, you did all sorts of things, you were not responsible. You were not a responsible father. You were not, doing all sorts of things, feeling you can just get away with it. No, you can't get away with it these days. So if you're having challenges, every relationship you go into, you have challenges. Every woman, no one is good. Every like it then means you need to check yourself. So either you've chosen wrong, and if you made that mistake once, I don't think you should make it a second time. If you make it a second time, maybe you were so young when you made the first choice, and that's why these days we talk about on my all my channels on this social media. I talk about the red flags. You know, choosing right is better right from the beginning. You choose right. If you choose right, you won't be having issues. If you choose based on values of the man or the woman, definitely you won't be having issues with them. If there's any issues, it's going to be external issues, not between the two of you. And external issues can always be fixed, right? External issues can always be fixed, and you'll be able to get back to normal. It's not like the person has intrinsic character flaw that is damaging. For example, this one that is saying I can do whatever I want. I can marry three women. My wife does not have anything, does not have any say about it. If she has any say, she can go back to her father's house. That one has a deep character flaw, and he'll be having issues. He'll be having issues. Either those women, if he's the one feeding those women, they will just be there waiting for him to finish training up their children. Then they'll come and show you shege. Or those women, those are the women that also cheat. They go and cheat, get pregnant by other men, transfer it to those men. They are submissive. You think they are submissive? They don't complain. They don't say anything. They don't argue. Nothing. They are showing you shege behind your back. You don't even know. You think you are smart. This and that. Blah blah. This raising your shoulder and everything. So marriage is not hard. You did not choose right. Now you know choose right, or you did not choose right. Marriage is not hard. Like any relationship is not hard, right? Any relationship. I'm always an advocate of healthy relationships. Like treat me the way I treat you, right? If you know that if I do you that thing, you won't like it, don't do it to me. If you know that I cheat on you, you won't like it. Why do you want to cheat on me? Because I'm a woman or something? That is anyone that feels I can do this to you, like that man that was saying, he said those men, if they cheat on him, they will go, but he can do it. It means he's toxic. He's a toxic person. That's our number one way to identify toxicities. The person does not believe in reciprocity in a relationship, right? Respect is reciprocal, they say, right? So if I do you this thing, if I slap you, you're not going to like it, so don't slap me. If I lie to you, you're not going to like it, so don't lie to me. If I cheat on you, you're not going to like it, so don't cheat on me, right? So that thing that if they do it to you, you won't like it. Why are you doing it to somebody else? Why are you doing it to somebody else? So that is number one. That is a heavily toxic person. Anyone that tells you, sorry, I got a text. Anyone that tells you, oh, you are, that wants things to be, Yes, yeah, that wants things to be one-sided. I always say this now. That wants things to be one-sided. My glasses. That wants it to be one-sided is toxic, and you don't need to be there. Run. 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 According to my Ghanaian people, they say na run. 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 You don't need to be there. You don't need to um you don't need to feel you don't need to there's no reward. There's no reward for um I'm going to manage him. I'm going to pray him out of that toxicity. You can't pray anybody out of any bad behaviors. You can't. You are not God. You are not the Holy Spirit. It's only God that can change somebody. It's only the Holy Spirit that can change somebody. So you can't play that role. And for your life, are you going to continue? Wait, you don't have other challenges in life. There are too many problems in this life to pray about every day. I mean, they find money. You're looking people like there are challenges to pray about, not to pray for somebody to change. Somebody you did not raise. Somebody you did not raise. That person is not going to change anything until they decide by themselves that I want to change. That's when they're going to change. So marriage is not hard. I will keep sounding it anytime. Marriage is not hard. You just did not choose well. You did not choose well. You did not choose well. So, in the comment, anyone that is in comment comment section, you can contribute to this discussion by typing something in the comment section. I even did a poll. I set up a poll. Is marriage hard? Yes, no, or neither here or there. So let us know your opinions in the comment section. Okay. And or in the poll that I put up there. So it's not a hard thing. Just choose right. Look at the person's energy, the person's character is more important than even money. It's more important than money because money, I don't know about you, but if I can feed myself, the man, for me as a woman, if I can feed myself, the man should also be able to feed himself and will contribute and pay the bills in the house. And you treat me well. Treat me well by you're not cheating on me. You're not raising your voice at me. You're not telling me using bad words on me. That's cheating, number one. No. You're not using bad words on me. You help me out in house chores. I know when it comes to domestic work, like cooking, I should be able to prepare meals for my family, for my husband and my children, right? I should be able to prepare our meals. But let me say I'm not around, right? You should be able to take meal in the fridge, warm for yourself. You should be able to also help me when I'm cooking. Maybe everybody comes back, we are tired, we're both tired. You should be able to help me cut onions, cut ugu, vegetable, prepare do some meal preps, right? And maybe I made the soup and the stew. And maybe I'm tired and maybe I've gone to sleep or something. You should be able to help me make the rice or make the yam, those simple ones. I know that a woman's supposed to, in our culture, a woman's supposed to make the main dishes. Like you even prepare, set the pace for me. I want my family to eat healthy meals, so I'll set the pace for that and make the meals, as healthy as possible for my husband and my kids, right? But I just want you to just help in the house. Because what about cleaning? If you're in a place that you need to do the cleaning yourself, like this Obodo that we're in, you don't always have the availability of people to come and clean every time and all that. We need to do cleaning and also save some money. You also help out in the cleaning, help out in washing the clothes, folding the clothes for the kids, everyone, taking the kids, running errands generally. You help out, not okay, you just cross your leg. In and emotionally balancing your home. Very important. Hey, in fact, this one I learned it later in life. If your spouse is always friends with your enemies, people that don't like you, run. Run. you know, I was in such a toxic relationship before. I didn't even know. Though I didn't know that was what the guy was doing. Anybody that doesn't like me, that says bad about me, that person becomes his best friend. They will start that start smearing me. Like I didn't even know it was because all of them have no self-esteem. It's later as I hear it, I say, oh, thank God I ran away from my life. You know, they are living the double life. That person is a different person behind me than a different person. When that person says, "Oh, it's a good one, that's a good woman," hey, this and that, because of course I'm a lovely, charming person, right? So he wants to still be in my lap, but he wants to be damaging me behind my back. Like seriously. So anyone that is not emotionally healthy, such people have low self-esteem. Even as much as they might be opening eye, be doing as if they tear eye, they don't tear any eye. They have low self-esteem. If my relationship with you is because both of us hate somebody else or we don't like somebody else's guts, this person to do. Becca in Igbo language, to do. What's even the person's problem, say? My problem is because I want to thrive. I'm living my life. That's my problem. If you have a problem with that, then you can enter the bush, right? So if the man cannot emotionally manage the home, because you as the man will set the pace for the home. Sometimes you see some people saying, "Hey, the woman is talking too much," blah blah. Most times, it's because of your behavior that making that woman to nag. Imagine you cheating and bringing and trying to bring illnesses home. Why would the woman nag? The woman will nag. Or you see some men, some I've heard some of these people that live in face me and slap you. The men they don't want to do anything. They see the woman, they hustle, do everything. If you see their face, the women are stressed. The woman will nag now. The woman will nag, right? So, but if you are um if you are emotionally mature, you maintain a healthy environment for your family. Everybody will thrive, right? Set the pace. You're the one that will set the pace because you are the head of the home. Create healthy boundaries for your family. Make sure people don't just walk over all of you, doing all sorts of things to your family, right? Then, except the woman is, if you've done all that and the woman is still giving you issues, then leave that place. As a man, leave that place. You know, I can't even talk about this red flag. Like time is limited for us to talk about these red flags. But any time opportunity I have, I'm going to keep saying it, right? Now, let's move over to choosing right, because marriage is, like this topic says, marriage is not hard. You did not choose right. It is your responsibility to choose the right person, both man and woman, right? So what are the things you should look out for before you say I do, before you hand over your life to somebody else? This is going to be a series. I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to be doing this 1 hour every day now for the next 30 days or 30 days or 30 days or 90 days. If I do 90 days, hmm, hmm, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I can do more than 1 hour so that the video won't be so long. So now, what are the red flags for a woman? I think I will do for women today. What to look out for in a man. Then maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I will do for men what to look out for. Maybe I'll just mix it because I've had about going to 40 minutes now. I have 20 more minutes to be here. So, what to look out for? Number one, of course, the person has to be mature physically. Don't marry a child. Don't marry a child that is maybe in their teens. I'm not saying there might be some things that are mature. If you are also towards that age, maybe you say 18-year-old or 19-year-old. I think the age of maturity is 18, right? So I've seen people that are married at 18, even men, maybe their only son, 19, 18, 19, and they made good husbands, 21, 22, thereabouts. Yeah, but the person should be at least physically mature. You don't want to marry someone that is still growing. when when maybe you come back home, the person has grown. You now wonder, is this the husband? So that's even a given. That is a no-brainer. You should marry someone that is physically mature and of age, right? So I would suggest from 25 and upwards. In this present age, at least the person should be up to 25. You know that the person is physically mature. Then marry somebody that's for a woman now. That's number one. Number two, marry somebody um marry somebody um that has something doing, has a source of livelihood, depending on your own status. You marry somebody in that is at par with you, that has something doing. At least they can feed themselves. Not somebody that cannot feed themselves. Someone that cannot feed themselves should not talk about marriage. Like in, I always refer to the Bible, and I know the Muslim people also have almost similar book they refer to, right? So in the Bible, we believe in creation, the story of creation. Adam or Adam, I don't know if you call him Adam or Adam. God first of all gave him work to do, to tend the field before he brought a woman, before he brought his wife, right? So he has something to do. And I believe he has some form of payment, like he could eat from the field, like he could, when he tend the field, he can eat from it. So that will be his reward. So someone that has a source of livelihood and gets rewarded by it, not someone that doesn't have work and is not feeding themselves. Should not be talking about marriage. Number three, the person should have a roof over their head. Yes, the person might not have built their own house, personal house, but they shouldn't be living in family house. They should be able to rent their own space, even if they've not built their own house, right? They should be able to rent their own space, as in living alone, living by themselves, or at least maybe with friends, not in a friend's house, a place that they are the one paying for it. They are the ones paying for that house. Because there are stories that have come out of people that went to family house. It's not a palatable story. Like they're going to turn you, how are you going to do honeymoon? You turn you people to slaves, and it just depends. So you can't really predict. So it's not even a good idea to go to the person, the man, marry and go to the parents' house to live. I don't see it working out. All right. So person should be physically mature. The person should have a source of livelihood and a roof over their head. Now, I'm not an advocate of, oh, the person has to be extremely rich. The person doesn't have 10 million in their account. The person doesn't have so amount of money. Those things they're not eternal values. They're not values you should be looking out for. The basic things should be there, right? Because you are coming supposed to bring favor to this person. You're also coming to help this person. That is our role as women. We are helpmeets. That's what God said we should be. Yeah, and it said person that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from God. So you should be doing something that favor will come to, and your woman is supposed to compliment you, take you from whatever level that you are in. All of you grow to a bigger level, right? And the person should be hardworking, not a layabout, not somebody that is playing cha-cha, play one pool. What they call it pool those days. Now is what do they call it? The not a gambler. Don't marry a gambler. Don't marry a gambler. Person will go and use all your money and do gambling. Yeah. The person should be disciplined. The person should be disciplined. Um, be able to put their body in check. Not everything on skirt the person will look at and follow. Person should be able to put themselves in check. Person should that is very, very important. The person that have been able to master their appetites and say, oh, I can control myself. I don't want to eat rice today. I even want to fast today. I want to fast for my family. I want to fast for um, um, my home. I'm able to say, yeah, I'm going to put my body in check. Delayed gratification for something bigger in future. Those are the now I'm talking about. If I finish the physical things, now emotional things that you can't really see by seeing the person, you can't really measure, except when you have a relationship with the person. Now, these things, this particular part of the person being able to be disciplined and putting their bodies under subjection is when you have a relationship with the person that you will know. And don't have that as a woman, don't have that. You need to unlearn that thing that you learned, or they told you that all men cheat. No man when no they cheat. It's not true. There are some men that don't cheat. It depends on the family you grew up from. My own family, my father was not a cheat. So I know that there are men, and he did not raise any cheats. So I know that there are men that don't cheat. So if you are the one that maybe your father um, and your brothers they're just messing around, so you always believe that all men cheat. So you condition yourself to believe that all men cheat. So when they do that, when they behave like that to you, you feel it's normal. It's not normal. It's not normal. Not all men cheat. They are responsible men that don't cheat. And it's not if you yourself can keep yourself, why shouldn't the other person keep themselves? It's not a competition thing. I'm not saying I'm not saying whatever a man can do, a woman can do. It's not about competition thing. It's about self-respect and protecting your family. A lot of diseases are outside now. Do you want to go and start bringing diseases to your home? Two of you will just die, and your children will just be orphans and become slaves to other people and let them suffer in this world. The other day, my daughter came and said, Mommy, I don't want you to die. This and that. I was like, who told you about that? Just pray I will not die by God's grace. So, you know what you subject your children to if you're the one that went and carelessly caused your own death, right? So it's not a good thing. It's not a good thing to marry somebody that cannot subject themselves to discipline. What are you enjoying that is not in your home? At home, you could, whatever you want to do, you can do it with your wife now. That is very, very important. That's number one thing for me. Anyone that cannot control themselves, don't marry them. Except you want to live your life in the public. And these days, not just the illness itself, there are also some spiritual implications. By anyone you go and couple yourself with, they start having those affairs with those women. You don't know, those women are looking for a way to hurt the woman at home. There's nobody that is having an affair with your husband that likes you. They don't like you. They don't like you. They don't like your children. Imagine your husband exposing himself to somebody that doesn't like you, exposing himself intimately to someone that doesn't like you, that doesn't want your good. Imagine, is that not kind of imagine that kind of exposure? Some of the things you discuss at home, you go and tell the person. The person will be looking for how to plan, how to, outshine you, how to finish you, how to destroy you. Like, so it's any man that cheats on his wife is an enemy to his wife and children. That's the way I look at it. You are an enemy to your wife and children because the person you are going to expose yourself, get naked for, do all sorts of things with, and come and doing the same thing back home. Like, I don't even know the justification. What is the advantage of cheating? That somebody wants to engage in it. I still can't wrap my head around it. What is the advantage? They say everything that has advantage has its everything that has advantage has its advantage, right? And probably everything that has disadvantage has advantage. But this particular one, what is the advantage? It's all disadvantages. Everything is disadvantageous about cheating. You're going to spend money, waste your money. The money you use for investment and taking care of your home. You use it to go and waste outside. You go and waste it outside. Hmm? Waste your energy, waste your time. The time you used to plan with your wife how to live your life. You're using it to because it takes some hours away from you every day. Time to discuss with the woman, time to go and meet the woman, time to go and buy food together, do all the things you would do together. It's time you would have invested with your wife. Imagine if you gave that time to your wife, take care of her, buy her things, spend that money on her. And if you had chosen right, it will help you now. It will help you in your family, right? But you are going to waste that energy outside. Even in the Bible, there's nobody that cheated that didn't have the comeuppance, the consequences of it. From David to all of them, they had some consequences about it. Those are people they say, oh, this person is after God's heart. This person, why did they, why people not come? They won't see Jesus that did not even marry at all. They didn't see Paul that did not even marry. They didn't see other ministers of God. All those Timothy, all of them, Peter, all of them. The one they will see is the one day that happened, oh, this and that. There are consequences. And what happened in their families? David, the children started raping each other and others. From that time, they derailed. How David became for somebody after God's own heart. Have you forgotten how he was anointed? When he killed Goliath, he told Goliath, "Why are you an uncircumcised Philistine coming against God's people?" He believed in God. That's why God gave him the anointing to use a sling, to kill somebody that had all the ammunition and paraphernalia, military paraphernalia. That's why he became after somebody, a man after God's heart. It's not by him going to sleep with somebody that is not his wife. That is not the action that he took, and God said he's after my heart. It's not. God did not. God condemned him for that. But of course, God is a merciful God. He's not. He's not going to use one of your mistakes. All of us sin against God, right? So he has not cut off our head. He's not going to use just that one damn mistake and say, okay, I'm condemning this person totally. There are so many good things David did. There are so many good things. Solomon rebuilt the temple of God, right? We have all the good things these people did. But are you worshiping God? All those people are now your role models. Are you worshiping God, or you just choose? I want to have multiple affairs with women. Is that's the only legacy? That's the only legacy you want to leave for your children and spoil. And in those days, do they even have those illnesses? The illnesses did they have AIDS that time? Was there AIDS that time? HIV AIDS. Was there HIV AIDS that time? Now you want to go and throw yourself inside ocean. What if you catch HIV? Eh? So these are things to consider. Those are the things to consider. And better to live a conservative life. Better to live a conservative life and be safe than going to do anyhow. Well, I always call that a mix combo. You carry this one, you mix inside this one. Carry, come and put a wife, mix. Is it not a dirty habit? Don't you have some pride in you? Don't you have some pride in you to tell yourself, no, I can't do that. So as a woman, don't couple together with someone that cannot control themselves. Now, there's a place for forgiveness, and let me say it's a one-off thing or something that just happened. Not like there's this popular um, um, Nollywood actor in Nigeria that went into have affair with a woman, had a child, with the woman, came to social media and announced it, blah blah. People say he now started apologizing to the woman, oh forgive me and all that. The woman was ready to forgive her. Yeah, because if it was going to be a one-off thing, not that they are still living with the woman, you want to go and marry her, and you still say forgive. And some people still see her today and say, hey, go back to your husband, go back to your husband. I like these people, are they crazy? Which husband are you talking about? Somebody else's husband now. Will now be doing role play, timetable. If you want to talk to your husband, you don't know whether it's with the other woman. And such women too. Sometimes they say that woman, that woman should come and teach women how to behave. I just look. How do you want to? What can that woman, teach any woman? This man is married. It's not that now there are men that deceive women and tell them they are not married when they are married. But this one is a public figure. You knew that he was married. You can't say you didn't know he was married and you're having an affair with him. What kind of person are you? What kind of human being are you? That's why someone like Iyabo, I saw a video she did. She said when Paulo, her partner, came to her, the first thing she asked was, "Are you married? At your age, you're supposed to be married. Are you married?" That one say, "I'm not married." She still went to go and do FBI, went to go and check, ask people around and all that. Say, his marriage did not work out, and he's single, he's divorced, and so that's okay, right? You don't know what happened, right? So I respect her for that. You understand? So if she was wanting to find out, is this person, if you're married, I beg go carry your wahala and go. Why should you be going after somebody else's husband and not have your own? So I like her and respect her for that. So she until she found out that truly he was single, that's when she decided considering him. That should be the first thing you check and see. Is this person truly single? Even government in a good country, government will find out if there's some countries call it single certificate, that you are not a kumbad. Let me put it that way. Like they do in land. There's no attachment to you. You know, they need to find out that you're not doing multiple marriages. In good countries, or not some yeah countries. In good countries, they check it. So how you yourself as an individual won't respect yourself, and go and be having an affair with somebody that is married, or you are married, you now start having affair behind your spouse. What do you gain? If you are tired of that relationship, tell the person that I can't do this anymore. Maybe I used to love you, but I'm sorry, I can't do this anymore. That Nollywood actor, if he had gone to divorce the wife first, tell her that, oh, I can't do this anymore, sorry, and move on with his life, nobody would drag him. I don't think anybody would drag him now. It didn't work out, they moved on. He's not the first person to be divorced, right? Instead of you to stay there and either emotionally get damaged or physically get damaged, it's not better you leave. So people are dragging him because the way he was in a marriage and just want to impose polygamy all of a sudden to his wife. And some world people are saying, she should have admit it. How do it's better she's single. Of course, it's painful because she just built her world around that man and all that. But she's going to come over. By now, I think, if by now she's still hurting, then I think more of, because along the line, she also lost her first child, no, her first son. So which was now more damaging. I think whatever hurt she's feeling now is because of that her son that died. Because I think some fingers, when things like that happen, some fingers are being no, she him from all these some posts that she makes and what people say. Maybe she would have been feeling that she didn't really stand up for that boy enough. Maybe she still allowed, who knows? You don't know the affair the man is having else. I don't know. A lot of stories went around. So I think most times when she remembers um that man, that her son that died, maybe it hurts her so badly because it was after the man started misbehaving and all that. I don't know what happened. So I think that's the hurt she's having. If not, it's up over 2 years that didn't happen. By now, she would have moved on with her life, right? It's not at the end of life. Now. It's not nobody. If nobody had died, when they say nobody died, the reason why somebody died and you had child, people that have lost children will tell you that is the greatest form of grief. Is the greatest form of loss, losing one's child. People that lose their spouses or lose their parents, at some point in time, even when you're doing marriage vow, they say to you, death do us part. Then when you're doing christening, when you're dedicating a child, you never talk about till death do us part. It's believed that the child will survive you. So when that child now do not survive you, people that have experienced it say it's very, very hurtful. So I don't think she will ever forget that incident, right? And it happened that it was just immediately after her husband did what he did. So she's always going to remember it connected to what her ex-husband now did. So I think that's where the hurt comes from. If not, I don't think she wouldn't have. fully moved on from the incident by now, right? So I've talked about different things, the red flags to watch out for. So that's you see that cheating, it has a lot of ripple effects. So it's very important you marry someone that can control themselves, that has discipline, okay, that can tell themselves in Igbo language, they say it's a ikwa hogenga, right? They'll be able to control themselves. Marry someone that'll be able to control themselves. It's very important. So another thing that you look out for is family background. hmm Yes, don't say oh, it doesn't matter. The person must not be from a rich home, right? But family background is very important too. It's very important. At least let it be a normal family. If you yourself you are from a normal family, let it be from a normal family. But if the person is not from a normal family, what I mean by a normal family is they don't really, it's not an any family. Like if you go and marry somebody that the father was an armed robber, the mother was, who is this? The father was an armed robber. The mother was a prostitute. I don't understand that kind of thing. um, that kind of family that they have a lot of vices, a lot of vices. You know, they are badly behaved people, and the man is not the man. I'm talking to the women. The man is not willing to change. If you, I believe you shouldn't even be friends with someone from that family, right? But there's something they say in Igbo land, Osu caste system. I don't believe because that is not their somebody's that was imposed on them. It's not of their making. So I don't think people should go against, except that also is affecting them spiritually. Maybe at some point, maybe none of them gets past 40 years or whatever they do. Every time poverty is ravaging them, whatever they do, they never, nobody in that family is successful. Like, nothing works for them. Then you should also be careful, right? So just a normal family, every family have their own problem. Like everybody has their own issues. Like people have issue, people have fights in families, people have disappointments here and there, setbacks here and there, but it's not like that this family that is a cause. You can see the pattern. You can see the pattern. You don't want to get into that and go and acquire that kind of DNA. But there's also a place for prayers and supplication to God, crying unto God for deliverance, right? So that's where it's also important that the person is responsible and willing to undergo and pay the price, whatever it is. I believe our Lord Jesus Christ has died for everyone, um, and we need to take advantage of that and make sure that we do what we need to do and pray ourselves out of some challenges. Every family have their own challenge. Everybody has challenges, in fact, because if you have come across this video or you're listening to me now, you can't tell me that you have never had any disappointment ever since you were born. Like even kids have disappointments. Their mother will promise them food and don't give them that food. It's disappointment, those kind of things, right? But there's no pattern in your life that is so there. It's so there that dire is so there that it's difficult to come out from. Like here and there, you have some challenges. Sometimes you also have some prosperity in some ways, and you keep praying and keep, that's the discipline to keep paying the price, doing what it takes, to make sure you um you succeed and move up in life, right? So those are the things um, I'm talking about. So family background is very important. If I know somebody that told me that they know somebody that married somebody that um, the person's father is in secret cults, but the daughter that they wanted to marry is now a child of God. She prays, she doesn't believe in what her father was doing. That is no problem. That is not a problem. She doesn't even want to do. I think at some point too, they also prayed their father. They brought their father out from that cult, and he started worshiping God, the true God, in the right way. So I don't think that's a problem. But what I see is if there are some deep rooted family issues, then you should be wary of that. You should be wary of that. You should be careful before you commit. 1 second. Okay, sorry. Somebody sent me a voice note. I didn't want to play it here, so I had to put myself on mute to play it. Oh, okay. Uh, let's keep in touch. Let me watch. So we're talking about, if you're just joining us, we're talking about red flags for women. Sorry. So let me know what you are thinking. Okay, I think it's that now. Let me know what you're thinking about for red flags. Let me know what you're thinking about the red flags. What are the red flags? The red flags you can identify. What are the red flags you can identify? Hmm. What are the red flags you can identify? I've given you some. Then, also very important. Sorry about that. Also very important is marry a man that genuinely loves you. Some people marry out of other things. They don't. The person doesn't love them, because if you love your woman, your wife or wife to be, your fiance, anybody, there are some things you won't do to them. Even that cheating self. If you love somebody, you won't cheat on them because you know it will hurt them. So you won't do something that will hurt them. And there are challenges in this life. Oh. You are going to meet challenges along the way. What is the threshold? What is the patient threshold for that person? Is the person able to have some grace, give you some grace, have some patience when you make mistakes in life? Or the person just gonna, if the person doesn't love you, the person just gonna, wouldn't even consider what you are going through. The person just gonna go off the hook and run downhill. You know, when a car loses brake and going downhill, you know how it is. So like now, there are some fundamental things that those ingredients have to be there if you want that marriage to succeed. Those fundamental ingredients have to be there. If not, you're not going anywhere. That cheating is number one. If you marry a womanizer, hmm, you might say, "Oh, it's not my deal breaker. I can cope. So far, he's not doing it in my presence, or so far he's not. So far, he's respecting me enough." What is the respect about? messing around with other women. What is it? The person does not respect you. But in your own best interests, marry someone that will not cheat on you, that has discipline, or the person that I've seen it. I've not watched that video, but there's this video about somebody gospel artist. The person said they were deep into pornography, but they're able to come out of it because they have the discipline to say, "Oh, maybe speak out. Oh, I need help." If the person realize that what they are doing is not good, they need help, then they can look for an accountability partner. Even you, their wife, can even help them out. I know some people, I know some pastors in Redeem. I think it became a law that if they are going for counseling, because I know they can easily fall, all those women that come for counseling can start crying and all that, and start from the pastors going close to them, cleaning their tears and all that, they can fall. A woman can come and tempt you in your office. It's possible. But they know that going in, falling for that is wrong. Do you know what they do to mitigate that? Do you know what they do? They create a passage. They create a pastor's office, pastor's wife's office. Then they open the middle door, middle wall. They create a door and they leave it open. And their wives go with them to those counseling sessions. So I think it became a law in Redeem at that time. But I know my own provincial pastor and the and other provincial pastors, because I used to be an account officer. I used to work in the bank. I used to be an account officer for those province, for a lot of provinces. So when you go to pick money and all that, you see them, and even when they talk about it, there's an adjacent door, an adjoining door. So if you're talking to them, a woman, you come to the office and talking to them, their wife is in the other room listening to whatever is happening and probably doing some other work. So when it gets to, oh, you want to start crying, their wife will be the one to come and console you. So if you are Delilah that had other agenda that is hidden, you'll be shocked. Their wife will jump out from somewhere and give you tissue. And give you tissue. That's how they protect themselves. That is a man that is doing that, is a man that is willing to safeguard himself. He's not there to take chances and live careless life and behave anyhow, right? And say, oh, maybe feel he's strong, right? So that's what they do. So that's a responsible person. If you ask me, that's a responsible person. Those are responsible people that say, okay, this is what we need to do. So even if the person, there are some people too. I know some people. I have seen some people that are. I'm not saying they are not flesh and blood. Like if you just leave yourself and say, oh, I'm flesh and blood, every smart thing, you just fall yakata. There are some people that I know. I've seen somebody that was traveling with this man. The man is somehow related to me. When you see all these women that dress anyhow, he remove his eyes. Some men are stronger than the other people. But some people, that's when they would go, oh, fine girl. Oh, fine girl. Before from touching, all their arteries will jump up. All the arteries will start jumping up. They start looking for, but there are some people there are some men that are really weak. Oh. Only seeing a fine girl like this. But I used to work in a bank. There are some, you used to look at them. Even those days in Lagos, people in Molu were like all these big bosses. Just they see a fine girl, their body don't they don't all of their bodies, their trouser is messed up. You see some women slapping them, children that are their daughter's age men slapping them, just because they like that is a disease. Though they need to go for deliverance. Just seeing fine girls, my face, their person face, they shine like they don't. Now a lot of fine girls on the even road. People, the weather is hot. People even dress anyhow. So if you're that kind of person that you can't even hold yourself, how do you want to do it? Some people even go and look up to people that they can't afford those women. So they'll be doing what they call it buncha. They'll be masturbating from picture, like even in the internet now, a lot of pictures are everywhere now. You see things. If you can't hold yourself, then you need to go for deliverance. Go, make them pray for you. Go to church, let them pray for you, or go for Go to the hospital, let them give you some medication to douse your tension. All right. So a man that has discipline is saving his life and saving the life of his family. Right. So you need to really those things, those ingredients need to be there. Then the person that also has sense, that knows, oh, this is wrong. What can I do to help myself so that I won't be in this space? What can I do? Then if a person needs help, then help is available. Help is available either medically or spiritually. Help is available. I've not seen, I've not really seen a man that has not been able to conquer an appetite, that kind of bad appetite, that kind of reckless appetite, that you can say, oh, the person succeeded in life. Yes, you have some polygamies that you might think, but look at their families. Just look at their families. Because those women that you are going to just get along the way, they are just out there for your money, if you have money, or for something, for some benefit. They are not there to. They are not your ride or die. They're not going to be there when push comes to shove. They're not going to be there when you are passing through challenges. They're not going to be there for you. It's not possible. They are there most times. They are trying to outshine the wife at home. They are trying to, maybe your wife will tell you when you do something wrong, your wife will tell you, of course, the wife will tell you. But some men don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear, oh, this person, they feel it's a challenge, or this person challenge. This person is talking to you based on your partnership, really, wanting you to be a better person or better. The person is not really out there to worship as in worship you, right? But that woman will be doing everything to make you. You see those men, those second wives and third wives. Anything, they will be the one cleaning their husband's faces on the streets. They be the one cleaning their faces. Any small thing they is a lie. They are there for some benefits. It's a big scam. Big scam. Big scam, oh, that you need to run away from if you are sensible. Big scam. All those let us clean your but let us clean your hey I have an uncle. My uncle is late. He used to say some women that time, if you want to cough, self, they bring paper, they bring their hand and say cough inside, you cough inside. Maybe when you want to poop, self, they bring their hand, you poop inside. You go think say this one you respect and lost me. Scam, big scam. If you have sense, you need to run from that, right? Somebody that has been there with you, that started building with you when you had nothing, is the one that genuinely loves you. Not the one that everything is shining. The person just want to come and sit down and relax. So the person is licking all your body everywhere, licking. You think, this one, my wife doesn't do all that. This one, finish. You're finished. You are just finished. So don't marry a man that doesn't have discipline, and not a man that doesn't have sense. When I mean sense, the person should know where their weaknesses are and what they can do to improve, or where they can fall. Like I told you, I gave you example of redeemed pastors that I know, provincial pastors that I know. They know that during counseling they can fall. So they did something to stop that, to mitigate that, to prevent that. Preventive actions is better than curative actions. If you understand what I mean. So what do they do to make sure that does not happen at all? They create that avenue where their wives come in and stand by them. So you will come in, if you have ulterior motive, their wife is a check. If you have just like they do in you know in every goods transaction, there should be some form of controls. In the bank those days, when you come and pay money, they do your transactions, everything. At back end, there's somebody does the transaction with you, at the interfacing with the client, doing the transaction. Back end, there are people they do what they call callovers. Hmm? They check all the transactions to make sure they correspond. That's how they're able to pick mistakes on time before regulators, that is outside inspectors, will come and see it, or central bank governing body will come and see it, so that the bank will not get fined. Oh, so that if you say you pay somebody 20,000 naira, for example, you put on paper that you pay 20,000. In the system, they check it. Is it 20,000 debited from the person's account? Sometimes people can make mistakes, or somebody might be under pressure or make mistakes or whatever. So if that money you paid corresponds with what you wrote on paper, they mark it and keep it aside, right? Even with all that, there are still some mistakes. Maybe you actually debited 20, the person wrote 20, but on the physical cash, you didn't pay 20, maybe you paid 21. So they also check. People also come and check the money they gave you. Did you, the one you parted with? They check a lot of checks and balances. That's why it's difficult. When people say, "Oh, people come and stole somebody's money from the bar," it's highly difficult because on one transaction, it goes through layers of scrutiny. The person that doing the transaction, there is cameras everywhere. Self, the call over person, the head, then outside control staff, control the people that call control staff, and will come and check. Then before external like regulators. So how do you want to do it? They'll be very, very stupid if you now say you want to go and steal somebody's, because they will catch you, even if it's not that moment. No matter how you try to cover up, maybe through some other transactions they don't check immediately, like non-cash transactions, they don't check immediately, like LCs and some other transactions, some other transactions that that are not don't involve parting with cash immediately. People could get away with that, but in the long run, they're going to catch the person. I've seen a lot of people that they could. So one of our senior colleagues, that time they jailed her. Somebody was outside the country. She thought the person was in jail and all that. She went and did some transfers. When the person came back in the bank, of course, where's my money? So they had to trace who is the one that took the money. Everything is in computer. In the computer, you can't even delete any transaction you've done on an account, any banking application. You can't delete that transaction. You can only when you want to correct, when you want to make a mistake, you want to correct it. You do what they call correction. So you can't say I've deleted this one, let me post another thing. No, that thing you posted is going to be there forever and ever. So there's another correction. You raise another ticket, bring another ticket to correct what you've done. They will see that, oh, you made a mistake the first time, then you are correcting it. So whatever transaction anybody does, whoever did that transaction, this timestamp is there. That's the time the person has done the transaction. Digital timestamp is on the paper, on the on the computer, that this is the time this person will do money. And most times the person's picture, whoever did that transaction, is captured. That's why even when you go to ATM to withdraw money, your picture, when they say, some people come into the bar, oh, I don't know who took my money, they bring a picture. Sometimes it's their grandchildren. I used to have a client that time. It's the man's grandchildren that took his card, collecting this man's money. His grandchildren. So that's why they will tell you. Now I'm debating a little bit, but let me just give you some stories, and help you to also protect yourself. Sometimes when they go to withdraw money, somebody will tell you, "Oh, I don't know how to use ATM. Come and help me withdraw." You be the one, they will capture your own face. Then the fraudster will now go back with the this thing. So they tell you not to do that. Don't help anybody in the ATM, right? So if you have sense, how do you prevent this from happening? You know that this is wrong. How do I prevent it from happening? There is help. Like I said, medically, physically, spiritually, there is help. If you believe in God, you can go to church and say, and whenever I see a woman like this, my body they shake. Help me, pray for me. Then they can put you under fasting and prayer. Ask God for, God, you are the one that created me. I'm having this challenge. Help me. I know that it's not good. But if you don't have sense, if you marry a man that doesn't have sense, he doesn't even know that he's doing wrong. Like that person that I said, I was saying on Facebook, I can marry 3 women. If the person doesn't want it, you go back to your papa house. So he doesn't even know that he has a problem. So if you go and couple yourself, marry that kind of person, it's drama every day now. Everyday drama. Especially if you are the first wife. Those kind of people should go and be looking for people that are also loose like them, that believe in just doing things anyhow. They cheat. Their own wife, they cheat. They do things anyhow. They don't care. I saw another video. One woman was saying that she's in Europe. Her husband is in Nigeria. That she doesn't want to bring this man to Europe. I don't know if he's saying the truth, or I don't know. She was like, she has a boyfriend there. So the man was are you the person that was asking, are you not scared that your husband is going to have an affair? She said every man, what she believes, that every man they cheat. That's what she believes in. So She's just doing her own thing there, and the man is also doing his own thing in Nigeria, right? So that kind of person will not have issues with that a man is messing around, right? So those are the things you should check out for. If you're also that kind of I call it adiboloja mentality. If you also have that kind of warped mentality, and you lack discipline, then if you get into that kind of space where you have that kind of man, you people will be doing your things now together. You won't have no scruples, no chip no chip off your shoulders. You'll be comfortable being in that kind of space. You do your own, I do my own, so you don't see anything wrong with it, and life continues. But if you're a disciplined person, you're a responsible girl, you want to live a monogamous life with your man, you want to invest your resources, your time, your energy, your finances in your marriage, and build up healthy children, be in a healthy relationship. You wouldn't want to. You're not going to survive a man that lacks discipline, or a man that believes that he can do whatever he likes. He's not accountable to you, his wife. He's not accountable to you, his wife, right? Um, Even when you took your marriage vows, um, there are things they say, forsaking every other person, but sticking on only to you. Both the man and the woman took those vows, so it's not an issue of, oh, the woman is rubbing shoulders with me. It's not about rubbing shoulders with you. It's about the right thing to do. It's about protecting your lives, right? It's about protecting your lives. It's about being healthy. It's about being healthy. It's about raising a good home, like building a good home. That's what it's about. It's not that the woman wants to claim the same right with you. No, you took that vow. If unless you didn't wed in the court or in the church, right? If not, you took that vow that you will forsake every other person apart from this person. It is there in the vows, right? The only different thing that the man and the woman take, is according to what the Bible also wrote. Oh, um, um, they say the woman you love and respect, but they also say the man love and honor. Honor means the way I look at that thing. There's always confusion in that thing. The way I look at it now, let me address it and say my opinion. Now, the man is supposed to have the final say in every decision you're having in the home. I'm of the opinion, yes, the man's supposed to have the final say. But not that I will not bring my opinion. The woman will bring her opinion, the man will bring it, but he should have the final say. Like if he feels this is the way the family should go, then that should be the final opinion. What is this? That should be the final say, the final authority. The man should be the final authority. Capital One. The man should be the final authority in the home. Yes, I believe that, right? Somebody posted something on Instagram. On Instagram, on LinkedIn. The man should have the final authority. It's not even an easy thing. It's not even an easy thing that it's not an easy thing to be the decision maker in a home. Be the decision maker in anything at all. Because if that thing doesn't work, who takes responsibility? It's the person that took the decision, right? So it comes with some form of responsibility, that is not something to even covet, to say, oh, I have the final say. What if it didn't work? You will feel some form of you still feel some form of will I say shame, or some form of discouragement, disappointment, and all those kind of things, right? So so it's not something to brag about. Uh-huh. What is this? Daniel poster. What is this person? What is this one? So it's not something to say, oh, I have the final say. Therefore, sorry, I'm reading something. Capital One closes discover the mergers and acquisition. Two companies that merged. Are they going to be giving people loan now? We're gonna work. So you need to um you need to be circumspect about it. It's not something to brag about, it's responsibility. It's responsibility, like, right? So so that's where the respect we're talking about. No, but not that you should marry somebody that doesn't have any form of respect for you as a woman. Someone that doesn't care about your feelings, someone that doesn't consider you when they take decisions, someone that feels they can do anything, you don't have a right to ask questions or to feel offended. Like Tama was saying, if I can I don't have any you don't have any opinion about their lives, you don't they can live recklessly. You can't live recklessly because whatever you do is going to affect your wife. You go outside, catch illness, you're going to transfer it to her. You go outside and make a mess of yourself, it's going to affect her, it's going to affect the children. So you need to be very, very careful and know who you are copulating or coupling or getting entangled with getting entangled with. So let me ask this girl some question. So so those are the things you should consider and make sure so that you don't run into issues and problems later in life and when the person starts manifesting those behaviors that are not credible. Those behaviors that are not credible. Okay. So you need to watch it and we need to teach our kids too. Marriage is a very serious matter. It's not something you just go in casually. It's not a stroll in the park. You don't just stroll into marriage and expect magic, or miracle in it. So you need to make sure. Some of us, when we were growing up, we didn't have the opportunity to see um, We saw good examples from our parents, but we assumed everybody behaves like that. Like for me, I had a very good example of my father and my mom. So they never quarreled that they didn't eat from the same plate every afternoon. Like every afternoon at home, what we eat is eba, right? So both of them will eat on one plate of soup and one plate of eba, both of them. When I was quite little, I used to join them, right? So three of us will eat. But when I didn't join them, two of them will eat. There is no quarrel or that would make them not to, like I've not seen I don't see my dad keeping malice with my mom. So I assume that whatever. So I didn't really take time to say, oh, I need to study the person you are getting married to find out. Um, like I assume that it's normal for couples to just be nice to each other. Just be nice. Like so, I believe you could just from anywhere marry anybody, and just things will work out. It was when I now started growing older, I started seeing some kind of attitudes and behaviors that you can't even cope with this kind of behaviors. You can't even cope with this kind of behaviors. Excuse me. Sorry, tight. You can't just cope with this kind of behaviors. Good. Some people, I don't know. Some people, my father will not, of course, was not messing around with women. Not messing around with women, nothing like that. So now I seeing different things. people people quarrel with their wives, you know, quarrel, they keep malice. This one is operating from another level, this one is operating from another level. Different things, different vices you see now. You know, I don't know how you claim to be married to somebody and you can't defend them. They're not even born you well. What they used to call my mother in my place, because we lived in my community, people used to call my mom is the wife of our boss. Nwunye nai. That's what they call her. Nwunye nai. That's what they call her. They normally call pastors' wives that name. But my mother wasn't a pastor's wife, but that's what they call her. Nwunye nai, because they call my dad Naiku. Everybody used to call him Naiku. So they're not even born you well to come and disparage or to come and mess around my mother. They're not born you well, right? So my mother was also behaving well, right? So, but in the world, I started seeing men go and gossip about their wives, like like they are out to pull their wives down. I see it happen. I'm talking to women now. They're out to drag these women down. Narcissism. Huh. You can't cope with a narcissist. I'm sorry. You can't cope with a narcissist. You can't. You just can't. So you need to look out for those traits. This person encourage you to do well? Is this person your ally or a foe? Or a ram in a wolf in sheep's clothing? Does this person seek out for your good? Or the person is just an enemy that just crept into your life for some form of benefit? I'm going to talk about women tomorrow. Is this person did this person creep into your life for some form of benefit? Right? So those are the things you should be out. You should be out to. You should be on the lookout for. Make sure that these things are not in this person's life. These things are. This person is not this kind of person. Before you go and couple yourself with this person, right? 1 second. 1 second. I need to check something. I need to check something. Um, I need to check my appointment tomorrow. Let me know how I'm going to plan my life. Is it Google? Why is this? Is this 6 a.m.? Hmm. Sorry, I want to check something. And, I start this thing. Google Meet. What time? 12. I need to. I have interview with somebody. I need to check this thing. Mm, Is it Eastern time? Okay, it's Eastern time. Okay, it's Eastern time. So that's fine. That's fine. Why is this thing saying Eastern time? Sorry. Hmm. I don't know what's wrong with my calendar. My calendar is showing, instead of it to show 2 hours, I'm 2 hours away from Eastern time. I need to edit now. It's 12 now. 12, 12 Eastern time. Let me see. Yeah. hmm So when you look at my own time, it should be showing my time zone. It should be showing my time zone, please. Edmonton. Yeah. Let me see. No, it will not show. It will not show 10. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So if you have any contrary opinion, if you feel it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter if you marry somebody that is responsible, that that is disciplined or not, it doesn't just matter. You can just marry anyhow. Also, let us know in the comment section. If you feel it doesn't matter, me, I feel you're not going to succeed if you marry somebody. I'm going to go. If you marry somebody that is not disciplined. Which one is this now? This one is 12. You can't succeed in that marriage if you say you can just do it. You can just wing it. Uh-uh. What is this now? I think it's this one. Yeah, see, oh, this thing will go on. I don't know why this thing is now misbehaving like this. Showing 1 p.m. Yeah, yeah, which is no. So you can't succeed. You can't succeed in a marriage with somebody that is not disciplined. You just can't succeed. It's not possible. It's not possible. Sorry. It's not possible. You can't.
Hi, Mom.
I'm in a meeting with some people.
Mom already ate all the bread.
I'll come and check.
I'm actually serious.
Yeah, I'll come and check. So
The bread.
there's
I
a,
ate it
there's
all.
there's another one in the fridge. You can't finish it in one day.
What?
I bought bread. My daughter will come go to shop. Oh, buy this, buy this, buy that. So bought this bread since she left it. She faced other food. There's this food she likes, honey nuts. She faced. I said I'm not buying honey nuts again until finish.
Mommy, please.
I'm in meeting with some people. I'm talking to some people.
Please.
I'm talking to some people. We can't let we can we don't waste food in this house. We can't let that bread. The other loaf of bread is there. That day you asked me to buy, was it three?
Oh, yeah. No.
So just
I'm
take your
making that now.
okay, just take your time. Once you finish the bread, because it stays long. Once you finish the bread, then I'll start buying honey nuts. Okay, my
And
love.
then after you finish your work,
Yeah, sure. Anytime you finish it. But you can't finish it in one day, so don't overfeed yourself with one food. I brought out rice for you, so it can be eaten. And try and use milk. Try and use hot chocolate for it. Okay. So, my dear, you just didn't choose right. That's why marriage is hard. It looks as if marriage is hard. Life is hard generally. Life is hard. Life is hard. Like there are challenges in life, and even when there are no challenges, some people want to throw things at you. Have you experienced where you are minding your business? So some people just want to throw things at you. You're just minding your business. Even some people that you've helped in life will look for some way to drag you down. If yeah, why are you raising your head? Drag you down. You're minding your business. Ja, 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 ja. So life is hard. Some people also want to make it difficult for you. So why would you want to add another stress to your life? So at this, my little daughter, I'm raising her. I'm telling her how to build healthy boundaries, how to let only people that treat her right be around her. Right? Sometimes she'll come back from school and say, "Oh, this person doesn't want to play with me." I try to find out is it a one-off thing or this person is a bully, persistently don't want you in their lives. If this person persistently don't want you in their lives, what are you doing there? It's not in your place to try to appeal to somebody else's ego. You know, it's not in your place. So these are the red flags you look out for. Now, some people will tell you, um, it's not you can't get a perfect human being, and asking for maybe what percentage should you get in somebody that before you know, oh, this person somebody you can live with. Yes, there's no perfect human being, but there are some thresholds that they need to cross. There are some things like if you are going in for an exam, and marriage is a school. So if you are going in for an exam, you can't say, oh, there's no perfect human being. The person is scoring 30%, and you just say pass the person, let the person go. If you can't pass exams like that, is it somebody that you hand over your life? What this person is doing? both in private and in public, is going to affect you. You can marry someone that will shorten your life. If you can marry someone that what your spouse does can either elongate or shorten your life, the kind of life they live. If you can marry someone that is an arm robber, they go and steal, or someone that is a fraudster, they go and steal, they carry the person inside prison. It's affecting your own image now. So those are the things you look out for, right? So I can't even keep saying the one of to go and bring one illness and come and dump on you. You'll be the one to start servicing illness that you don't know where it came from. Another person go do jigida, enjoy themselves. You carry illness and put on your body. So there are some like in exam too. There are some compulsory. A lecturer will know. Oh, this ones before you pass, you go to another place, another level in life. There are some compulsory questions in any exam. Most exams, professional exams, there are some compulsory. You should know these basics or admission requirements that are not even something serious. Admission requirements. Sometimes they tell you, "Oh, you have to pass English and maths." These are basic requirements. You know, if you want to immigrate to another country that they speak English, they say, okay, you must have this threshold, this basic English at this level. There are some of them that you don't just say, oh, you don't wait. They are not. They are weighted. These red flags and these attitudes and these behaviors are weighted. The one that is going to affect you directly should be weighted higher. Those ones, they are not electives. They are compulsory behaviors and attitudes, compulsory red flags that are not supposed to be in that person's life, right? So, like I said, the person that has discipline and has sense. Imagine these people that beat their wives and even beat them in the public. Is it when they kill you that you now know that's a okay? Let me tick that one. Okay, the person does not have, he has money, but he beats me, he cheats on me. Okay, let me use it as one. He has 1/3. No, those ones are not supposed to be compulsory ingredients. If you're cooking soup now, if you're cooking soup, water is a base. Water has to be present. Whatever you're cooking, you have to put water at some point. You can even cook soup without meat. If you don't have money to buy meat, you can use crayfish or use fish or use snail or use other things, but you have to add water. You can't cook dry, just put crayfish, put meat, put everything. At the end of the day, no water. Unless except you're using a meat that has enough water and you're cooking small soup. Like if you have what they call roundabout the intestines of some animals have enough water, so and you're cooking small soup. So you can use water that comes out from those things. Because after washing it, it also comes with water. And especially if you're using something like water leaf, you can cook. Especially if you're using pressure cooker, you can use it to make the meat, the animal soft, right? Then you can use water leaf. Water leaf has some water. It's called water leaf for a reason. And make do with water. If not, water is base. For someone like me, and when I'm cooking, at some point you have to add water. It's base. So you can't say, oh, okay, I have crayfish, I have dry leaves, I have meat, I have plenty of meat. I have maybe I don't even have salt. Salt is also very important, but maybe you can even do without salt. Well, it depends. It depends if you have other spices that have salt in them. Maybe, but you don't have any spice that has salt. You don't have salt as tiny as it is. It's very important, but you just need a little drop of it. So those attitudes. Imagine somebody that beats you up, drags you. Maybe it doesn't beat you, but it drags you. They say person will go and behind you and be dragging your name to the floor. And you say you're in a very toxic place. Say you can succeed in that kind of thing. Sometimes you from afar you start hearing, your husband said this or your wife said this, your husband said this. Like you'll be wondering, are these people telling truth or are they lying? But you're in a very toxic place. very toxic place. So it's um you will do yourself, you'll be doing yourself some disservice if you don't choose right. So there are some things that should be present and some things that must be absent. Like someone that is messing with you must be absent. Someone that doesn't value you, doesn't sees you as a commodity, that doesn't see you as a human to be valued, must be absent in that kind of relationship before you succeed. Okay. So I'm going to be rounding it up around here. If you come across this video, you like what you see, my name is God's Love. This channel is called Late Nights with God's Love, and we'll come here to discuss matters ranging from family, lifestyle, marriage, relationships, healthy relationships, lifestyle, healthy living. Because healthy relationship will translate to healthy living. If you are not healthy, if you don't have emotional stability, you're not going to live a healthy life. You will be rolling in the mud. You're going to meet up with your potentials. You're not going to thrive. You'll just be in a defensive mode every time. You'll be in defensive mode every time, and trying to protect, like trying to, try your body. Even your body mechanism is going to be affected. um, it is believed that people, barring every other negative circumstances, people that have healthy relationships live longer lives. Yes, because it's been proven scientifically, people that have healthy relationships live healthier lives. So you don't need to have many relationships or many family members. You can have one, two, three, four children. It's better than when you have 200 children that are giving you problems. Or that just become disappointments to you. So just like that's the way it is. So it's better you have a close knit family. So which starts from your spouse. Your spouse is the number one family you have, and you people are close knit. Like it's a bond that you form a bond that cannot be easily broken by being good to each other, being nice to each other, looking out for each other, having each other's back, and looking out for each other. Like you check the person's blind spot. I watched one video. The person, just like in Lagos, let me say for example, in a place like Lagos is a rowdy place. They have the driver, they have the conductor. Sometimes there's a language they use. Your side, my side. The conductor conducts. He's not driving. He's collecting the money. He will tell the con you can't you tell the conductor that when he's done with what he's doing, he sometimes he beats the boss, the taps the body of the boss. That means stop. We have seen a passenger. The one they work in synergy, the ones that have good relationships, you see them thriving. You tell, okay, go. There's a way they will knock, they will hit the boss. It means go. Oh, what was this? They sometimes give out some information. Farabale, that's take it easy. Um, um, your side means start going, start driving. My side means stop. Your side, my side. So they give signals to each other to, it's a teamwork. So marriage is a teamwork. It's not something one person can make work. So both of you have to be in that boat and make sure you are paddling in the same direction and making sure that everybody everybody understands their role and everybody is contributing their own part, their own quota, and holding their side, your side, my side, holding it very well to make sure that everything works out perfectly well for everyone and for the kids that are produced in that union, right? So if it's just one person holding it up, the other person is dragging it down. If you're in a ship, in a boat, you are paddling and somebody is drilling a hole, one day the ship is gonna, or the boat is gonna capsize. No matter how you paddle, if somebody is drilling a hole, it's going to capsize. That's why some fishermen, even if the boat is not, maybe the boat has some holes before, if somebody is paddling, somebody is taking out the water that enters. You see them, somebody is taking out the water, the other one is paddling. Like it's a teamwork. So you need to do yourself a great favor by making sure you choose right. So I'm going to continue to harp on this thing in this my channel and all my social media platforms, making sure that everybody hears this word so that you don't make mistakes that other people have made, and make sure you choose right, and make sure you also be the right person by yourself so that you attract the same kind of people around you and choose the right person for you, the person that has the values that you also have, that you also looking for, that you are so willing to exhibit, right? And everybody will be good for it. And life, you elongate your life, you live a healthy life, you're happier, you thrive, you function, you professionally function in your career, in everything, and you be a better individual that fulfills purpose, fulfills destiny in life, and not the one that another person is trying to, especially someone that is close to you, trying to mess up with you. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take it up from here, and I'm having a call now. I'm going to take my call and see you tomorrow. I'm going to come here every day. Thank you. Have a great one. Bye. Bros.